Put your hands out the window!
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me? I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on.
Hey,
what's going on? Hold on. Watch it.
Air 4OC's deployed.
Please talk to me about what's
Get
going
on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground!
going
Get on the ground!
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
On 5th December 2020 at 6:30 p.m., the footage of a police officer's body camera shows the moment when U.S. Army Lieutenant Karen Nazario was pepper sprayed and held at gunpoint during a controversial traffic stop in Windsor, Virginia.
Hold on. Watch it.
Air 4OC's deployed. Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
The Army lieutenant was driving his brand new Chevy Tahoe when he noticed Windsor Police squad car in the back. The officers stopped him for not having a rear license. According to the police report that states they later saw a temporary tag tapped inside to the tinted window. The footage was taken from the body camera of the officers, and Karen also recorded the incident in his phone.
Let me see your hands! How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out!
In the footage, police officer Daniel Croker and former officer Joe Gutierrez approached Karen Nazario with guns drawn at him, telling him to get out of his vehicle.
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
What's
now!
going on?
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now!
I'm serving this country and this is how I'm treated?
Yo, what? Guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't know, babe. Get out of the car!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
I'm sorry, what?
Get out of the car now!
What's going on?
Get out of the car now!
Officer Joe Gutierrez forcefully tried to get him out of his vehicle and sprayed pepper on him, ordering him to get down on the ground while kicking him.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Get on the ground!
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
In their report, they pulled him over for not having visible license plate, but in the footage, temporary license plate can be seen in the rear window of the vehicle. Karen explained that he didn't immediately pull over because he was looking for the well-lit area for safety of him and the officers. In an opinion release by the federal judge, it is stated that Officer Croker illegally searched the vehicle and looked for a gun when Karen was handcuffed, and also could not reach to his car, and with no reasons to suspect any crime in the vehicle. Karen's attorney says that it also paved the way for the case to move forward. Following the encounter, Officer Joe Gutierrez was fired from the police department, and both the officers were charged with assault battery, false imprisonment, and illegal search in the $1 million federal lawsuit. However, the jury largely sided with the officers and awarded secondly Karen Nazario with less than $4,000 in damages. On July 7, 2020, Agent James Burke, a 16-year-old veteran of the ATF, was dispatched to a home on the 3300 block of Edgebrook Drive near Dublin, Ohio, to confiscate a shotgun from a resident who was not permitted to have a firearm. On arriving at the resident, when the agent Burke knocked at the door, person inside of the house refused to open the door and called 911, reading the Burke's badge number to the dispatcher.
Hey, all the way.
You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left.
And we're going to put your arm on your back,
Wait
sir.
a sec.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a moron.
This verification process is routine for Burke, and he had never encountered any issues before.
I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
The dispatcher instructed the caller not to open the door.
What did he say to you when he talked to you?
have to open the door because he's a police. I tell him I can't open the door because my husband.
Our officers on the edge, bro. We were finally able to get
He said you have to open the door. I tell him I'm sorry, I can't. Stay with my kids. My kids start crying because they are afraid.
Officer Joseph Fiji and Kevin Winchell of the Columbus Division were dispatched to investigate the situation as an attempted break-in. When reached at the address, Officer Fiji immediately drew his weapon, aiming at the Burke, and shouted for him to get on the ground.
Keep your hands up!
Why would I have it over?
Keep your hands up! Sir! Don't argue! Face down! On the ground! Face down now! Face down!
You guys are making a big mistake.
Fine, we'll settle that second. Settle that. Face down now! All the way down! All the way! All the way!
You got my IDs right here, left pocket.
Due to the extreme aggression of the officer, Burke refused to obey his order to drop to the ground, seemingly determined to challenge the police's authority to frisk him for weapons. "I am the federal agent," Burke's repeatedly saying.
Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
9171 103.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground!
10-3.
I'm on the ground. I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
Despite Burke's effort to trying to prove his identity to the officer, he remained hostile and kept his gun drawn and pointed towards the Burke. Soon, Officer Winchell also pulled up, and both officers drew their guns at Burke, leaving no choice for him to comply, and aggressively putted cuffs on him. The officers didn't listen to the Burke. They used taser on him, facing him down the ground and not putting up any resistance. Here, Burke begged the officers to see his identity and credentials in his pocket. But the officers didn't even listen him.
I'm resisting. I'm not.
Stop resisting.
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop.
I'm begging you. My wife's please. It's right here.
Resist.
Please get it. Wait, sir, help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do it. Wait. Sir!
Stop resisting now.
Please help me. Sir, please get my federal creds.
Get your taser out, Joe.
No, don't do that, please. Sir. Don't make me tase you.
You're going to get tased.
They handcuffed him and forcefully put him in the back of the patrol vehicle. Burke pleaded with the officers to let him have some air, as he had a medical condition that made him hard to breathe.
Please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air, T. Get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
Sir,
Get your legs in.
917, you
I
have
need
a
air.
squad rolling. This guy's killing me.
Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking
I
for
just
an
did.
ambulance.
Got a
2
medic
seconds
coming.
ago.
Get in the car.
Sir, I don't need the taser didn't bother.
You just said call an ambulance. We don't need a medic.
No, you don't want one. Get
All the way in the car. Get all the way in.
I can't breathe.
Go run.
Wait, sir.
Burke told the officers to call his supervisors, but officers told him that he had called his own supervisors, and they will handle the situation.
Please call my supervisor. Please call John McPherson.
We have our supervisor on the way. We'll let him handle it.
On the arrival of the supervisors, officer explained the whole situation to them. Upon asking for Burke, he told them his side story. After about an hour, Burke was released without any charges.
That's the way he acted. It's all on video. He's got a good-looking badge and ID.
He very well may be. But you know what? With a public police officer, yeah.
Burke decided to file a civil lawsuit against the Columbus Police Department and the 2 officers involved in the incident, accusing them to use excessive force and unlawful arrest. It was also reported that the trauma had such an impact on Burke on both physical and psychological levels that he had to move to administrative role within the ATF instead of field work. From the footage, without any doubt, we can say that the officer's behavior is anything but constitutional in this case, and both parties involved in this case are guilty to some extent. If Burke could have easily handled the altercation much more maturely by agreeing to just surrender peacefully in the first place, for sure, a lot of drama could have been avoided. That's it for today's video. See you next time with more interesting topics. Share your comments below and don't forget to follow for more interesting content.